Got the water. Hey, I'm actually live. And I don't even know what camera I'm on. Oh, I've got an automatic rotation going on. Believe it or not. It's Christmas in November and Thanksgiving Eve. And all of this is here. And there's not a single person in the room yet. So let's see what goes on. Let's see, first of all, if this camera rotation system works. I'm able to see a countdown. We're on the Sony ZV-1. That's that one right there. And that's about it. So I guess I can go about cleaning up the room. The thing is, I cannot go and cut this part out for the future viewers. And the reason for that is because it will take all the chat out and the chat will all be gone. So I figured I'll just come on here and I'll set the room up for a few minutes because I wasn't planning on doing this. Let's see what camera I'm on now. I'm on the Sony ZV-1. So rather than switching cameras manually, I have it set up. If I know what the heck I'm doing, okay, I have it set up to actually switch cameras for me. And it's set up for every 2 minutes to change a camera. Oh, I see we got one person in the, three people. We got 3 people in the room. Wait, how come you guys aren't asleep? I just got the turkey rolling. I'm making my cranberry and I just realized it's November 25. Do you know what camera I'm on? Because I don't. Oh, it's the Sony ZV-1. All right, so now in 3, 2, 1 seconds, it should change, and it did. I'm smarter than I thought. No, I don't want to sound egotistical. I put it on to automatically rotate between the cameras. So what do you think about that? I have it set up for 2 minutes per camera, and I think that's too long. Okay, let's go over here and change that. Wrong. Actually, oh, it's over here. Let's change that so we change every 1 minute, just for fun. I want to see how this sucker works. And click save, okay? So that's on that camera. So let's go to the A6100 and come down here. See on the lower right hand side, see the numbers going down? Okay, I'm going to switch that to 1 minute. Okay, and then I'm going to click save. Now you see how it's counting down? Most people are going to look at that and, I don't know what that is. Okay, so I'll tell you what that is. That's the countdown where I have learned, Glenn taught me today how to actually make an automatic rotation system on here. So this is what I'm working on. So let's go to the ZV-1. It's set to go for 2 minutes. I'm changing them all for 1 minute. I'm sorry that you got to watch me do this, but hey, this is the, why are you even here tonight? So anyway, all right, one more camera to go, and that is the S3. And okay, so in 1 minute or 54 seconds, see on the bottom right-hand side of the screen? See down over here? Let's see if I can get my fingers on it. I'm getting closer, getting closer. See that right there? See where it's going, 44, whatever the numbers are that are changing. Okay, in those number of seconds, it's going to rotate to the next camera automatically. So I just added the names up on top, and I've got them set up so I can't see what they are. It's hiding. Okay, so here we are. So let me catch you up to date now that you saw that I have learned how to rotate the cameras. So bottom right hand corner, this side right here. Okay, everybody will watch it together. Okay, see right here, Glenn taught me today. Glenn is the owner of the company that owns this software. All right, so in 6 seconds, 5, 4, it's going to rotate to the next camera. Now, there it did it. Okay, we're on the A6100. It worked. I finally did something that worked. Can you believe it? So we actually got 4 people in here. So it's not a full house tonight, but this is not a scheduled whatchamacallit. Okay, but I figured, you know what? Today is November 25. Okay, let's see, what camera am I on? November 25. So what does 25 mean to you? Christmas! So this is the November Christmas date. Plus, it's a double whammy because it's the night before Thanksgiving. So it's Thanksgiving Eve. Thanksgiving Eve and the 25th of the month, which is normally our Christmas day because we do Christmas 365. Okay? So it seems like we got some people in here now. We got 4. We got 4 people and 8 comments. So, Mr. Camera Junkie Lewis. What happened to Lewis? There he is. Okay, you watch it on the bottom right. You see how the cameras change? They're going to change automatically for me now. So this way I don't sit on one camera for a whole show. And then I can turn that whole shebang off. So, hi Peter. Hi Lewis. How are you doing? How are things in Hollywood? So we're on the Z6 right now. David! Let's see, did I even turn this microphone on? Almost heaven. It's Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than David Crooks, blowing like a breeze. Country roads, let's watch the camera change. Take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Thank you, David Crooks, for getting me into this song. Actually, it's Almost Heaven, West Virginia. But because David lives in Virginia, I changed it. So, hi, David. How are you doing? And Mike, hello, Peter. Happy Thanksgiving. Okay, what did you guys got anything? Have you got the pre-roll on for your Thanksgiving? Okay, so I have my turkey brining, which I wasn't going to brine. Okay, but I've got it brining. Okay, and so it's, how did I brine it? Is that what you asked? What did I do to brine it? Well, I have a very weird brine. I put the turkey in a bag, and I open 3 or 4, whatever it takes, bottles of beer. Beer? Yep, beer. And I put and pour the beer in there, and then did you see the camera change? I'm kind of like enamored with this automatic camera change thing that I learned. I learned it just today. So I put the beer in a bag and the turkey in a bag and a bunch of salt in a bag, and I shake it all up, do the hokey pokey, and you turn yourself around, and then after I do that, it's sitting in the fridge. So I have the alarm set, so tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. in the Peter house right here, I am going to wake up at 6 o'clock. I'm going to wash out the turkey out of that bag, and I'm going to put it in a new bag, and I'm going to put it in a sous vide bath. What are you talking about? Let me see what camera I'm on. Oh, I'm on that camera. See the automatic, now the lights there's no lights to tell me which camera. However, I see how it's 8, 7, 6, 5. What it's going to do is it's automatically going to change cameras for me. It's going to go back now to the A6100. Isn't that the coolest thing you've ever seen? Okay, so it's brining. It's brining in beer and salt. Now, if you look up brining on the internet and you go to the big name cooking channels, they would put oranges and limes and apples and salt and sugar and all that stuff, okay? No, but I don't do that. I do something completely different. I take it and I'm brining it in beer and salt, which means I'm getting that malt. It's going to cook out. It's not going to be no liquor in the turkey, okay? It's getting that malt and it's going to absorb it in for flavor. So what time is it now? It's 10 o'clock. So I did that about 2 hours ago. So 8 o'clock, or it's 10:43. All right, between 8 and 9 o'clock, okay? I put that in, so it's going to brine basically overnight with salt and beer. No sugar. All right, so tomorrow, I'm going to take it out of that bag. I'm going to rinse it out, get rid of all that crap, okay, put it in a brand new fresh bag. And in that bag, I'm going to take like an onion and a garlic, the whole bulb. And I'm going to take the onion, the whole onion. You're going to peel it, Peter? Almost no. I'm going to put it in the Vitamix. and I'm going to open up a can of fruit cocktail or mandarin oranges or whatever kind of fruit that I have. And I'm going to get like maybe a half a cup, but knowing me, it's going to be more than a half a cup of brown sugar. And I'm going to mix all that up in the Vitamix. So I'm going to make an onion, garlic, some kind of citrus and sugar mix in the Vitamix. Then I'm going to pour that in the bag. Oh, salt. Got to add some salt. Okay. And pepper. Okay. Who was it? Justin, the Baby Back Maniac, taught me the best seasoning you can start with. Okay. Salt and pepper. S&P. Salt and pepper. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow at 6. I'm going to let it stay in there for about 6 hours. Then I'm going to take it out and I'm going to rinse. No, am I going to rinse it at that point? No, I'm not going to rinse it at that point. I'm going to pat it dry. I'm going to let it sit on the counter to let the turkey get as dry as possible. Okay. Then I'm going to get an egg. I'm going to crack the egg and let the whites, I'm going to put it in my hand. I'm going to hold the yolk and let the whites drip through into a bowl. Okay, and close my hand, and sometimes I have to squeeze my hand. I'm going to put the yolk into a cup or something, and I'm going to take the egg whites, I'm going to beat them up, and after I beat them up, I'm going to paint this turkey with the egg whites. Then I'm going to put that into a 450-degree onion, but it won't be an onion, it'll be an oven. And my choice of O words, okay? It's my show. I can say whatever O word I want. So I'm going to put it in a 450-degree onion. And about 15 minutes, I'm going to watch until it's browner than I expect it to be, but no blackness. Then I'm going to take the turkey out. It's going to be sizzling, and it's ready for the table. Yeah, honestly, it's ready for the table. Now, if you wanted it to be a little bit fancier, before you stick it in the oven, before you paint the egg whites on there, you make some stovetop stuffing. That's one's in the bag that everybody says is crap, but tastes so good. Which camera? That one. Okay, so you could put that in the cavity to aromaize further. Oh, we're over here again. All right, and see how it does that automatic now? That just tickles me. And then your turkey comes out. You can actually eat that stuffing because now the turkey is cooked. There's no chance of being poisoned or anything like that. And we're ready to rock and roll. So that's what I did tonight. I put the turkey in the brine. I made cranberry relish, and I'll tell you how to do that in a second. But let's get some more people. It's piling up in here. We got 9 people unannounced. Not bad. 9 people, 1 more person, and we'll have reached our social distancing limit by the government. It depends on what state you're in. Hello, Peter. Hi, Mike. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, buddy. Happy Thanksgiving, Louis, and happy November Christmas Day. Happy Turkey Day, says David. Harry Burnett says hello, everyone. I got Harry's permission, so don't anybody think I'm actually saying anything to embarrass anyone. But I told you last Friday that we had someone that needed help now. And we collected like $130, $130. Bam! And so Harry is the one that needs a little hand right now. Hey, we all go through that, okay? So it's not like picking on anyone. So I sent him through Amazon Visa cards for $125. That's the closest I can get, okay? Plus they charged me $10 for processing and stuff, so I wound up spending $135. Harry got $125, and Harry gets a Thanksgiving meal, okay? So everybody tell Harry, Harry, we're glad you're gonna get some turkey, boy. It's some turkey. Oh, and his lovely wife, she's the better half, honestly. It's Amber. Hi, Amber. Are you watching, Amber? Are you sitting there watching? How you doing? Okay, so Amber is Harry's wife. He's married. He decided to marry her. It took a while, but Harry decided to marry her. So they're an awesome couple. I spoke with them on the telephone. They got the cards today. There was some drama. It looked like Amazon might have lost the cards. and Harry would not be having a Thanksgiving dinner. What's up with that? Okay, but they came in today, and you guys, you all rescued a Thanksgiving dinner and help for Harry. So I applaud all of you. I got an applause button here somewhere. I do. Watch. I applaud all of you, the Friday night group, okay? Because we only got 7 people in here tonight. So it's everybody from the 20 to 30 people that come in. So thank you for donating on Harry's behalf. We love Harry. I love each and every one of you guys. That's the point of this show. And look who we got next. We have Justin. Justin is the one that taught me the salt and pepper is how you start all your seasoning. So he said, "Hi Peter, which camera are you using?" Just kidding. Happy Thanksgiving. Well, I got on this hand, I got to remember it's opposite. So I went to go like that, but it's over here. So I got the name of the camera here, but what I got going on brand new is right down there. I was taught by the owners today of Ecamm, which is the software that I'm using, how to make a rotating camera system. Now, when they taught me how to do it, they didn't have the timer going down here. It's invisible. But I'm tickled by the ability to do this. So I'm actually, I put the timer there. So now in 51 seconds or whatever it shows there, it's going to rotate to the next camera, which will be the Nikon Z6. So the rotation is the A7S3, the A6100, the Z6, the ZV1, and then back to the A7S3. So this is a new feature. So you guys, I guess, can give your feedback. Do you like the cameras rotating or not? Anyway, I didn't finish saying hello to Justin. Hi, Justin. How are you doing? Justin is on a road trip right now with his family. Hi, family. Hi, Mrs. Babyback Maniac. Hi, Babyback. My favorite teenager in the world is Babyback Maniac Teeniac. All right. So hi, Babyback Maniac Teeniac. And hi, Babyback Maniac Wife. And hi, Babyback Maniac. Why is this going off so quick? Who's running this show? I thought I told it that I wanted it to go 120. You mean it's I talk for 2 minutes and it goes off that fast? I must talk a lot. Dang. I don't know why you got. Oh, now Ecamm wants to update. No. Let's remind me later. So they're updating. All right. So now you guys are up to date. Good to see you, Justin. I hope you guys have a wonderful and blessed Thanksgiving. And this goes for everybody in here. God's blessings on each of you. I do pray for all of you people. No exceptions, okay? So we got 7 people in here. It's impromptu, okay? I just decided to come on. I actually just laid down to watch a movie, okay? And I said, get up and say hello to everybody and tell them what you're doing. Tell them you learned how to do this. Oh, one more thing. I moved the main camera from this side of the room over to that side. So when you get to the A7S Mark III, it's no longer over there. It's now over here. And this desk swivels. I'll show you when we get over to that camera in 41 seconds. It's kind of small, right? Should I make that bigger? And I should make that a little lower. Okay, no, I'll leave it the way it is. Okay, so that's Babyback Maniac. Thank you, brother. He is a wonderful, amazing friend. Especially when he's sleeping, he does no harm. No, I love you, Justin. I am doing a lot of teasing tonight. So happy Thanksgiving Eve. Tomorrow when I wake up, I will put the turkey in and do that stuff. And then whenever the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade starts, I'm going to watch that live from New York just because it's tradition. Okay, so that's not 2 minutes. Seriously. Somebody time this thing. This time's out. First, I want to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart. Did we get all the way down there? Did we get all the way to the bottom? See how this table will swivel? So this desk swivels. So I can turn, and now I have a whole brand new scene. Oh, I didn't even notice I didn't put the Christmas tree on the rotating table. That's not complete. Let's see if I turned on the electric piano. Oh, it's not electric. There's no plug-in for that piano. First of all, I want to thank everybody's from the bottom of my heart. We are overwhelmed with the generosity and cannot even come up with the words to say to you all for reaching out and touching our family. Happy Thanksgiving, Harry. We couldn't let you sit there and have a can of ravioli on Thanksgiving, so now I hope you have something, at least a Chick-fil-A sandwich. Oh, I know what's happening. When it changes, it's taken off the comments. That's what's happening. Okay, getting smarter there. So there's Harry. Oh, and look, Harry changed his avatar. Who's the ugly one in the middle, Harry? Who's that ugly guy? Oh, it's you. Oh, that handsome man. That handsome man right there in the middle. And there's Amber. And I don't know who the other person is. It's too far. What glasses do I have on? Too far for me to see. But there's a person up there, too. So I need to know who that is. So, Harry, we just love you enough. I'm over on this camera. We love you and wanted you to have a good Thanksgiving. We weren't going to have a member of our family sit there and eat ravioli. So we took care of that, Harry, right? All taken care of? You took care of it? Good. And so Lewis says, Christmas in November. There you go. There you go. And Lewis says he's praying for you, Harry. There we go. Harry wasn't feeling so good today. I did speak to him, and he's not feeling so hot. I'm just bringing dessert. Oh, Harry, you're having company. It's going to be Lewis from Hollywood. I'm going to send the Christmas room jet, and the Christmas room jet is going to go pick up Lewis in Hollywood, Florida, and then the Christmas room jet is going to take Lewis and whoever else wants to go with him, and is going to fly them up to Gary, Indiana, because Harry's in Indiana somewhere. And then the Christmas jet will come here, and it's got a lot of flying to do. Okay, now I can wake up from my dream, right? All right, here we go. Oh, I didn't say hi to Mom, Justin's Baby Back Maniac mom. So, Baby Back Maniac Mommy. I didn't want to leave you out in case Justin was sharing this with anybody. So, here's Mark. Here's my favorite Mark in Chicago. Hey, yo, Peter, good to see you on. Are you excited for the new Nikon cameras coming out? I am so excited. I can't tell you, Mark, how excited I am. I am excited. Yes, they're coming. They're coming. Just keep your pantyhose on. That's from a movie. What movie is that from? Who could tell me where keep your pantyhose on, what movie it's from? It's got something to do with water. Okay, submarines. Okay, so that's my best hint. So good to see you, Mark. How are you doing? Where are you going to have your Thanksgiving? Where's it going to be? We're on the ZV-1 now. So this is the Sony, the little baby ZV-1. Okay, so that's where that camera is. And here's David. Thanks for the song. Veggie turkey for me tomorrow. Oh, no. Veggie turkey. What does a veggie turkey taste like anyway? The veggie turkeys, what do they taste like? They taste any good? Are you having like a patty, a veggie turkey patty? Veggie turkey patty. I don't know. I can make a song out of that probably. So David is having a veggie turkey tomorrow. Harry says, I love the new camera change feature. Yep. We have a major camera on this side. And when I set the desk up over here, I have a whole scene. And it goes from half of this Christmas tree, goes all the way to the corner. Hey, Santa, how you doing, Santa? And then it goes all the way to half of this tree. Okay, so we got a big sweep of the room, and it gives me like from one set, it looks like I have a second set in here. You know, like a studio broadcast setting. So now it's about to change in 6 seconds, and what camera are we going to go to after that? We're going to go from there, we're going to switch over to the A6100. So the A6100 has got a different, doesn't it look like I've got like broadcast cameras and they're set up 1, 2, 3, 9, 24, so on and so forth. Anyway, it's fun. So I took a shower before I came in here. I didn't button my shirt up here. So my new uniform in here is this white shirt left open. And I changed all the t-shirts. So this kind of looked like the most orangey, yellowy Thanksgiving one I've got. So I got this one, I got a burgundy one, I got a light green one, I got a bluish dark one. I've got the white t-shirt, but that's kind of like too boring. So I'll have to buy me a black t-shirt. I got other t-shirts. I can wear some of these t-shirts that were sent before COVID started. So now, don't send me no t-shirts now. So, Randy, I thought you were, oh, that's tomorrow. So, Randy is here. How's Randy doing? Hello and happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Do you see that we have a kind of like a rotating, let's move that thing up out of there. Like, let's move that up. No, don't make it bigger. I can't hit, there it is. Move it up and out of the red and over to the side. All right, so now if I remember, I'll do that to the other ones. And someone's liable to say, what's that number? What's that number ticking down? Why is it ticking down? What does it do? And I'm gonna say, if I told you, I'd have to kill you. So hi, Randy, how are you doing? I spoke with Randy on the phone was it over the weekend or right at the end of the weekend? And he said he was outside doing a lot of his, the work. And we've got Lewis is talking to Mark in Chicago. Supposedly they are going to be DSLRs. Oh, is there even something newer coming out? Then I guess I didn't see. Okay, so let's move this one. Come on. All right. Move this one up here. All right. So I moved that one. I'll have to check into that. I've been cooking all day. I've been slaving over the stove. Nope, didn't even get near the stove. So I will check on that, but tomorrow is Thanksgiving. I'll be in cooking mode, house cleaning mode, of course. What else? I was elected to bring the turkey this year, okay? I don't know why. Someone seems to think I might make a decent turkey. So I get to do the turkey, and my sister-in-law is going to cook basically everything else. She's so sweet. So I'm over here now. I'm over here. I'm kind of liking this thing. It keeps it from getting dull and boring. So every minute we change to a different camera. And I've got 4 cameras that we can change between. So unless I figure out how to add more, and I'll have to work on that one. So Peter got a new toy. Timers on the cameras. Actually, Ecamm installed that into the software. I was interacting with them today, and Glenn said, Peter, let me show you how to put timers on your cameras so they can go round and round without you having to go Control 1, Control 2. Or actually, it's Command 1, Command 1, Command 2, Command 3, Command 5. Okay, now I still have the other ones available, okay, so I could actually go over to the old ones, which you guys are used to seeing, okay, and that'll be in red. So you see up on the top where it's red, okay. Now it's black, okay, so the black means I have this, it's called a scene. Anybody that's into OBS knows that they got scenes and projects and all that kind of stuff. So EcammLive has scenes also. So I have all these in one folder on its own. So when I invoke any particular camera here, it's going to click on a timer and make the timer go around. So what I'm not having happen, which is my fault, I'm sure, is that the overlays that have the comments that I put up there, they go away when it goes to the new camera. So that's, I'm sure, is a setting that I need to find and change. So other than that, that's what we got going. So we got Mark, smart move for them. The majority of their customers still, see how it went? The majority of their customers still use DSLRs. Yes, I'm not talking much about cameras tonight though, Mark. This is about Thanksgiving and you guys. And what you're doing. I want to know what you're doing. Which one? I'm on the Sony 6100. For Thanksgiving. Anybody cooking in here? Nobody's cooking? So you all got the women's out in the kitchen cooking. So Nikon, yes, newer versions of the D850 and the D500, both top-of-the-line cameras. If I was going to go back into wedding photography today, now, which is what I'm not doing, okay, I probably would grab an 850 because I probably wouldn't do much for the video. I'm going to do video. You know darn for sure that I'm going to be going with the A7S Mark III. So Larry says, love and prayers to you all. Thank you for being in here. Harry, on a spur of the moment, I agree it's a smart move for them at Nikon. David says, I think I'm going to get motion sickness spinning camera to camera. Is that like a negative comment, like you don't like it, or you're just making it funny? I see the smiley face. So it doesn't change, and I can make it change at different timer levels. So I have it set for 1 minute. So tell me your eyes are not glued to watching the timer, wrong hand, right there, count down. Okay, instead of watching me do my song and dance and going from side to side like that, you're busy watching that timer, right? That's what you're looking at. I know what you're doing. You're looking at the timer. I can tell. I can see you. You know, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 LEDs. I mean LCDs, and I got a 5th one here, and it watches what you're doing. So here's Don. How you doing, Don? Hello, Peter. Let the CDC come and get us. There. We're all on the same team, right? Sounds like it. But I don't want to get into politics and stuff like that. I could. Wait till tomorrow. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to try so hard to keep my mouth shut. And I'm going to stick pudding in my mouth. I'm going to stick pie in my mouth. I'm going to stick... oh, I didn't tell you about the cranberries. Okay. All right. So I got me a bag of cranberries, fresh cranberries. And I turned it into a cranberry relish. It is so good. It is like we finished the whole first pot. It's gone. I even made some for Justin to send some out to him, but he went to see his mom, baby back maniac mommy, and so I couldn't mail it. So we ate it. It's gone. Justin, your cranberry relish is gone. So you get this bag of cranberries, you wash them, you put them in a pot. You get a big cup of compressed brown sugar, you put it in the pot. You get a cup of white sugar, you put it in the pot. You get a cup of orange juice, you put it in the pot. You get 2 cups of cranberry juice, you put it in the pot. You get a cup of raisins, I use the golden ones, you put it in the pot. And a teaspoon, but I use a tablespoon of, they wanted you to use allspice, but I don't like allspice, so I use something they call pumpkin pie spice. So it's basically cinnamon, I think nutmeg, and what's the third one? Whatever the third one is. And I use the tablespoon, I put it in the pot. And then I mixed all that stuff around. And then I turned it all the way back around again. Then I turned the fire on. Ooh, was that fire hot? And you bring it almost to a boil, but before it comes to a rolling boil, you slow it down, okay? And then you just let it simmer for 15 minutes. But you got to keep stirring it because those cranberries pop like popcorn. Kabam! They just pop, okay? So I have one of those screens that I put over the top. I use a really deep pan, okay? So what happens is as the cranberries pop, they're full of pectin. And pectin is a thicker agent, a thickening agent, okay? So you let it cook for, oh, I forgot a couple of ingredients. You get an apple, you dice it up, not the core, put it in the pot. And you get an orange, dice that up, not the seeds, you put it in the pot. Okay, so all of that cooks for 15 to 20 minutes. You'll see it thicken up. Okay, then you let it cool. Then you, after it's cool, put it in it'll be thick. It'll be like a pudding. you'll put it in a Tupperware, put it in the fridge, and when it comes out cold, it's going to be better than any cranberry you have ever eaten in your life. From the beginning of your life to the end of your life, any cranberry that you've had in there, this is as good as or better than. That's how good it is. So I made one pot with the chopped orange, and it gives it one flavor. And another one, I used a chopped pineapple. It gives it another flavor. So I've got that cooling for the new pot for tomorrow. It's going in the fridge before I go to bed tonight. And after that, when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to put the turkey in. I'm going to put the cranberry relish into a one of those bags where you suck out the air, food saver type bags. And I'm going to put that back in the fridge, and I'm going to take the turkey and a big, nice, big, fresh pot of fresh cranberry. They call it relish. I found this recipe on Noreen's Kitchen. N-O-R-N, how do you spell Noreen? Noreen's Kitchen. So I basically took hers. I might make that and record it on the, whatchamacallit. So I was saying hi to Don. Hi, Don. Harry says better half. He's talking about Amber. Amber says hi. Hello, Amber. Which camera am I on so I can see you? Hi, Amber. How you doing, Amber? How you doing? Good to see you. Oh, I'm over there now. You see how it's turning off the comments as it's changing the cameras? So Amber is Harry's wife. It's a cool feature. Yeah, I like this. Otherwise, I would just be over here and it would just stay. That's it. Until I change the camera, it stays. It don't go nowhere, you know. So, Donald says, Don, have you done any research on the new M1 Max for streaming? Well, it's a deep subject. I couldn't resist, so I ordered one, the lowest end one, okay, because I want to find out. So it's got 8 gigabytes. It's the Mac Mini. So I have ordered the Mac Mini. It's on a credit card that I have empty, and I have every intention on sending it back. I am not buying computers at this time, okay, because of the house problems and stuff, but I'm going to get to test it. And Apple said, you don't like it? We'll pick it up free of charge. So I bought the 8 gigabytes because the 16 gigabytes not going to be shipping until after Christmas. So I'm really, really itchy. You know what when you're itchy and you got an itch and you just got to scratch that itch, and then you got another one here, you got another one here, you got to scratch it. Okay, I am very itchy to see if the M1 is going to do anything any better than my 2017, which is what I'm running now. So I'm running 1080 60p from the computer up to YouTube. However, into the Ecamm software, I am running 4K on almost, well, 4 out of the 5 cameras. Okay, so I'm running 4K. So what I'm doing is I'm downsampling, giving me a better 1080 that I'm sending up to YouTube. So this seems to be giving me a better, clearer, sharper image than I've had before. It doesn't quite match, or maybe it's equal to, but I'm going to say it doesn't quite match the 4K that I can stream. All right, but the 4K stutters. See how this doesn't stutter? Usually doesn't stutter depending on which camera I'm at. So I can walk around this room and it doesn't stutter because I'm at 1080 60p. So if I go to 4K 30p, which I can't switch over live, it won't allow that because it would be a complete different encoding system, I get a stutter. And then what I do is, for those videos, I go to the Randall Tower, which is a Windows computer. And that one does not stutter with 4K 30p. It's smooth as silk. It might stutter here or there, but nothing that I was even able to catch it. So 1080 60p here usually doesn't do any stuttering either. So what I want to do is I want to test what I would do on the Randall Tower, which is 4K 30p through the new Mac Mini, and see what happens. So I've got one of those on order, Don, and we are going to try that live, L-I-V-E live. Here's Greg. He lives up there near Lewis, up in Broward, Fort Lauderdale area. Hi, Gregory. How are you doing? Good to see you and your wife. Let's see who else I could see. Oh, I see your wife, your kids, everybody. You're not dressed to go on live? You don't want to go on live? Okay. So hello to Gregory. I am so happy that he's here. Mark says it's 1 minute. There it is. Oh, no, I don't have that on. I turned that off. I'll put that back on. Okay, so we'll go over to the S3. See it when turned from red to black in the upper right-hand corner? Wrong hand. That one. Okay. And on top of it, you get a timer down here at the bottom, which I thought I moved these timers up. Don't tell me it didn't stay. Okay, whatever. All right, so it's 1 minute. You're right, Mark. You win. It's 1 minute. It's these Chicago folks. They can time 1 minute without any problem. Harry says, Harry loves Mohawk singer, bassist. Okay, Harry. Let's see. Evan. How's my favorite Evan? Can you a fancy avatar? Look how handsome he is. He's amazingly handsome. It's my favorite Evan. Evan left. Was it something I said? I don't know. Okay, so we're on the 6100. Can you add a little red around the tree? The tree is red. The tree is completely red, Evan. So the tree is red. There's a red tree there. There's poinsettias here. There's the red Santa, the red poinsettias. And over here is silver. So red around the tree. Evan, wake up. What class are you watching? Okay. Sure, I can add a little red when I go. I'm going to go to the dollar store and see what they got for Christmas decorations. So you do that too, Evan, or anybody that's decorating anything. There's some really neat little knickknacks. See all these knickknack paddywhacks, give a dog a bone that I have up here? Oh, I put a little clock up there. I can switch cameras if I wanted to. Watch. I'm going over there. Okay. So see, I put the clock up here. I took this out of my room. This was on like the credenza in my room, and I brought it over here. And all these little knickknacks, this and that and that. Not this one, not the one with the lights, but these little gifts and all these little knickknacks. And you think, Dollar Tree. They're all from the Dollar Tree. So yes, the Dollar Tree. So they're fun. So where did I leave off? I was giving Evan some grief, teasing him. He can take it, trust me. He's a tough guy. So David, Harry Burnett, cool. Yep. And Harry says, no, it's not Gary. It's 200. I wasn't telling them where you are. I was keeping your privacy. Do you know what privacy is? I was just saying you're Indiana, but I wasn't telling them where you are because we're on the internet. Not that we have a lot of people in here. We got 12 people in here. Okay. So Gary, Gary says, if you fly into Gary, Indiana, you might not get out alive. So what movie was that? Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana. Okay, so Evan, I'm talking about the red streamers that you used last year around the tree. I'll have to go and look because I don't remember what those were, Mr. Staggs. So if you have a picture, a snapshot that you can send me, you can do a screen grab, send it to me by text so I can see. Maybe it might be a good idea that I want to do. So I'm trying to think. So last year I was in the other Christmas room. This is a new Christmas room. And what did I put around at that time? God, Evan, I really don't remember. Mark, it's from the abyss. Mark wins the question, the tough question of the night. Keep your pantyhose on. That's right. That was the saying that they said throughout the whole movie. Keep your pantyhose on. So that was from the abyss. You got that right, Mark. I hope you're home. Or what camera am I on? Mark, are you home? I hope you're home. So, but you did get that right. And look at, Randy knew who it was too. Randy says it's from the abyss. Boy, you guys, Mark says, I may be spending Thanksgiving by myself. My mother did not travel this year. Or I may visit my brother tomorrow. I hope you get to see your bro. I hate to see you alone. But you know what? After I get the Christmas, the room jet that goes up to, whatchamacallit, up in Hollywood, Florida, then I'll send the Christmas, because it's going to pick Lewis up, and it's going to fly him up to Indiana. Then I can have the jet go by and pick you up, Mark, and fly you down here, and you can spend Thanksgiving with me. Would that be okay? No? Okay, I won't send the jet. I love you, buddy. But if you're by yourself, email me. Email me your number. I'll call you and I'll talk you into the ground. So Mark says, regardless, I'm having Thanksgiving with my father on Sunday. Okay, that makes me feel so much better. Okay, so I hate to see anybody alone on Christmas, except it's not Christmas, it's Thanksgiving. Why is this shirt giving me a problem tonight? Come on, hang properly. You can do it. You can do it. There we go. Maybe I should button it, but it won't have that big, wide open look. I want that big, wide open look. It's supposed to be a casual shirt. I'm just relaxing. No, I don't want it buttoned. Stop trying to make me button it. I want it unbuttoned, like that. I like to be casual, like Untuck It. There's a company called Untuck It. Well, unbutton it. That's the name of my shirt company. Unbutton it. So, Mark is having Thanksgiving with his dad on Sunday. That's good. And even Harry thinks so. His name is Mark, Harry. His name is Mark. He's like a buddy. So David says, veggie turkey tastes like chicken with veggie gravy, sweet potatoes, green bean casserole, and cranberries that slide from a can. So do you get the jellied cranberry? You do? Okay. Do you know how to get it out of that can? I'll tell you how to get it out of that can, because I used to always have to scoop it out of that can. So there's two ways to get it out. You cut it open, I mean the jellied can, because you open it with the can opener, and it's like jellied cranberry. And it's awesome. It goes everywhere. It's good, even with eggs. So what you do is you turn it over before you open the bottom, okay, and just click it like you're going to turn the handle, but don't. Just click it. So that releases the vacuum. Then turn it back over, and then go all the way around, and then you take off the metal top. Then you turn it sideways, and you get a butter knife and go right down the edge, and then just go around a little bit, go bloop, blop. And if you're not careful, it comes out so quick, it's going to bounce off of whatever you got it in and roll right down onto the floor. And your whole can of jellied cranberry will be rolling down the floor. And if you got any dogs, it's gone, baby. It's gone. Oh, Nikon Z6, good to see you. So that's what the veggie turkey tastes like. Tastes like chicken, and looks like, tastes like chicken with veggie gravy, and sweet potatoes. Oh, I do candied sweet potatoes, not this year. So Mark says, did you try to rotate the cameras every 3 minutes instead of 1 minute? I think it works better, but that's just me. I'll be changing that if I can remember where I am. I'm doing it 1 minute for my own pleasure tonight, because this is the first, I just learned this today, so I just turned it on. So 1 minute is too tight. I just get settled into talking here, and by the time I get a thought across, the camera changed, and I have to wonder, where the hell did the camera go? So yeah, I'll play with that, Mike. But for tonight, for immediate satisfaction, I have it set to 1 minute. So I just read that. MDZ, I'm cooking a 12-pound turkey. It will feed me for weeks. I try to stay at 11 to 10 pounds or less, because you can cook it so many different ways at that size. But when you get bigger, it actually reduces your choices. Okay, so I'm cooking mine sous vide, and it fits in my pot. Now I do have a big white container. As a matter of fact, I showed it when I was showing David when he asked me to show him how to take pictures of things that you're going to sell. I use that container, and I use that with the sous vide heater, and I keep that going on in there. But I also have a 10-quart, what do they call those? Instant pot electric pressure cookers. So I can put up to 10 to 11 pounds in there. You cook that for an hour. You remember to put slings in there, which means basically ropes of aluminum foil so you can grab it and pick the turkey up. You let it sit on the countertop for 10-12 minutes, pat it dry. Then you brush it with egg white that you whip up. No yolk, just egg white. And then you put it in the oven, and it comes out to like a Norman Rockwell, amazing looking, delicious turkey. And stop pushing buttons here. In the blues, hello Shane. Look at, he's got the cool glass, Mr. Cool over there. Mr. Cool. Do you guys do Thanksgiving in Australia? Shane's in Australia. He's one of our mods, so he's got the power, okay? And he's one of the best blues guitarists that you've got going. And we must have changed cameras because it disappeared. So Glenn, if you're watching, tell me how to fix that. So good to see you in here, Shane. I was watching his show the other day, and he was talking about microphones, and it got me to come in here and start playing with my microphones and see if I could fix them up. And you know, I did make some changes. I put most of them back. I noticed that we're not holding the position. So I want to put this up here so it's not in the chats, but it's not going to hold. So I need it to hold. Okay, whatever. So Harry says we have quite a bit of turkey and sides coming us tomorrow. We don't have to cook it, but we picked up the turkey and sides at Auntie's, and she's cooking it and bringing it to us. That's good news. Very good news. I bet Auntie's a good cook. That's what I'm guessing. You know, when you said Auntie, it reminded me of Ken. Quick one, I haven't seen him in a while. Does anybody know if Ken's doing well? I'm going to have to look into that. I haven't seen KWK1 in a while. So he fights COPD, so I hope he's doing well. So here's Matt. Sorry, Peter, I accidentally clicked the thumbs down. Click it again. I always tell people when you click a thumbs down 2 times. Because what that does is it flips it back around. So, but I don't tell them that part. Don't worry about it. We have our one person that does that all the time. So what I effectively have done is stop our counter. So let's get it started again. So Mr. Camera Junkie is saying hi to Shane. Shane is all the way down in Australia. Did you know that? So when you say hi to him, it's a long way. You got to get your arm way up in the air so that Shane can see it. So Matt has turned it around to be a thumbs up. I was watching Shane. Here he is. Hi, Mr. Camera Junkie. So Lewis, Shane is saying hello to you. So I was watching Shane this weekend, and he was talking about all these mics, and it got me jealous. I'm going like, I need to get some kind of a different mic. So the one thing I don't know is if the mic that I have on now, which is this one, which goes down into my pocket, if that's a condenser mic or if that's a dynamic mic. So can you hear the air conditioner in the background if I keep quiet? I bet you do. Okay, so that's, the mic picks up some of the room noise. Oh, Shane's getting in the car to drive, but he'll be listening. Oh, darn. Now we got to behave because we know Shane's going to be listening. Well, what am I going to do? If Shane's listening, I got to behave because he's the mod. Harry is saying hi to In the Blues. I know Shane would say back hi to you, Harry. But he's driving now, and I don't want him texting and typing while he's driving. Okay. So here is Charles. Charles, I'm marinating my turkey with sangria and orange. Very good. See, that's what they do. It's all the oranges and the sangria, and he's brining it. Well, if you put a higher amount of salt and sugar, equal amounts, then that's called brining. If you just let it soak, then you're marinating. So Harry Burnett is saying hello to Charles, and Harry says it sounds great. Yeah, and he drinks it all up after he's done. No, I'm just kidding. You don't drink the brine. You got to throw the brine away. It's not healthy. David says, I have a question about oranges. Why do we in Virginia get our oranges from California? Florida is so much closer. It's the connections. Each market is trying to put the other market out of business. So the people that are selling you the oranges, they're getting a price that's trying to undercut the Florida price. So it's simple as that. So I get California oranges here in Miami, but I seek out the Florida oranges because I know to do that. So I thought you were going to ask me something like oranges. Why are orange green or blue? I don't know. I can't tell you, David, but he didn't ask that. So Charles says, I just got a new toy, Fuji XS10. Haven't even opened the box yet. Just got it. Well, congratulations to anybody that gets new camera gear. So that's going to be fun. If you weren't here before, anybody that's tuned in now, we're up to 11 people. We're flying tonight, guys. We are flying tonight. No, this is not scheduled. I'm doing this because it's the 25th. That means it's Christmas in November. So it's the 25th, and it's Thanksgiving Eve. So I went to lay down to watch my little Hallmark movie. What else did I do today? You know what I discovered today? I know this is not going to be super interesting, but Walmart has just uploaded or revealed or unveiled their new website. And by golly, it looks very close, like a mimic of the Amazon website. And they unrolled Walmart Plus, which that didn't happen today or yesterday, but I think the new website just came up. And so for $100 for the year, you get free shipping from Walmart. And those of you guys that are in the USA, that's important because there's usually a Walmart close to you. And you can order it and you can go pick it up. They'll have it ready and even deliver it to your car, or they'll ship it. And it's got 2-day delivery, just like Amazon. So it took a few years, but Walmart has finally woken up. Now, what Walmart needs to do is they need to not only do a mimicking of Amazon, they need to marry that together, boom, like that, like a marriage. They need to marry that with a YouTube type of a thing. So I could buy something from Walmart online, then I can make a video and put the video up, and then Walmart can sell advertisement on that video, and they can do a 50-50 thing like they do with me for the advertising revenue, and we'll have a competitor to Amazon and YouTube. My gosh, I think I should run these companies. I don't know what their problem is. So where did I leave off? Kippy, how you doing, Kip? Good to see you. Hi, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving to you all. Do you do Thanksgiving in Malaysia? Or they don't do that there? I never know what gets done in which country, so that's why I'm asking. I'm not being facetious or facetious, whichever, take your choice. But thank you, and happy Thanksgiving to you. When I'm eating turkey tomorrow, I will think of my favorite Kip in the whole wide world. And that's you, my favorite Kip in the whole wide world. So Harry says, nice, Charles. And Harry, hi, Kippy. And Kip is saying hi back to Harry. And Harry says, I made 6 Cornish hens for Thanksgiving one year. There was 5 of us and decided on the mini poultry. They were loved by everyone there at dinner. Do you know, I have never had a Cornish hen. I've never had a hen. I've been hen pecked, but I never had a hen. Harry says, Gary, Indiana is the armpit of the Midwest. I have family and friends there. Oh, well, I guess it must be dear to your heart. Yes, jellied cranberries, of course. Yes, they are some of my favorite. The Ocean Spray jellied cranberry is like, if it's not there for Thanksgiving, it's not Thanksgiving. However, this year, since I made it, I have to say, honestly, it's better. I really, cross my heart, I'm telling the truth, it's actually better. And that's a mouthful, because the Ocean Spray jelly cranberry sauce is probably one of the best. One of the best. Harry Burnett, great, says, oh, David is saying great. Then everyone gets to carve their own bird. Let's see, let's stop the spinning and go over to the A73. So where was I? Randy was going to say something important. San Antonio had over 1,100 COVID cases in one day. We now have a curfew from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Well, you go ahead and obey that curfew, Randy. The city does not want anyone that doesn't live with you to go visit you or go to their house for Thanksgiving. Imagine that. And this is in a red state? Seriously? Do they have like the blue people running the thing? No, nobody go get together for Thanksgiving. Here's Aaron. How you doing, Aaron? Did you see my my revolving cameras? Did you see how I had that set up? Gary taught me how to do that today. I said, can I make it loop? And he said, yes, you can. And then he said, well, I'll show you how. So he showed me how. So I did it. You make a new folder. And when you make a new folder, put a new camera in there, and on that camera, put a countdown timer, and then make the countdown timer invisible. So here, I'm going to start with the A73. Okay, so see over here in the right corner, let's go right there, higher, Peter. Come on. There you go. See right there? I didn't make the timer invisible. I can make that so that it's no opacity at all. Okay, so it'll disappear. So what I left it on, and I have it set to 1 minute, so in 1 minute it's going to go to the next camera. And I like that. So without having to do a command 1, command 2, command 3, or whatever it is, in 27 seconds, it's going to go to the next camera. So I have, and I can change the timing on the camera. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras operating there. I don't have the hand cam, where, you know, I show, you know, up close on the rotation. So that's what's happening there, Aaron. For those of you that don't know, Aaron is a YouTuber, guitar player, singer, performer. And it's Aaron Short Music. See the green line there on the comment? That's the name of his channel. And he's also one of my friends. And here's Mr. Camera Junkie, one of my friends too, Lewis. He's saying hi to Kippy, and Kippy's saying hello to Lewis. Oh, you guys are so polite. Your mothers did such a good job raising you. Aaron Short is saying hello to Shane. Oh, they're both guitar players. He's saying, hey Shane, I love your channel. And Aaron, I know that Shane would say hello to you. I don't know if he's ever watched you or not, but he's driving, so he can't say anything. So on his behalf, I'll respond for him, because I don't want him to take his hands off the wheels, steering wheel, and chit-chat while we're driving. But he said he would be listening, which is why I am trying to behave. So MDZ Shot says, what does he say? By the way, Monday was my birthday. Well, that gives me a chance to sing. Mike, let's sing to happy birthday to Mike, okay? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mike. Happy birthday to Mike. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, oh Mike. Happy birthday to you. How old are you now? How old are you now? How old are you, Mike? Happy birthday to you. See, I love doing the happy birthday song. So happy birthday, Mike. I am glad that you told me, so this way I get to sing happy birthday to you. So that was cool. I hope you guys sang along with me. I should have coaxed you like a conductor. Harry Burnett says happy birthday to Mike. And Harry Burnett says happy birthday again. I guess he got a little excited, Mike. It's your birthday. I can understand. I get excited if it's your birthday too. Jim Harold, how you doing, Jim? And he says happy Thanksgiving, Peter. Thank you, Jim. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. I pray God blesses you, protects you, prospers you, puts peace on your entire household. So thanks for coming in and saying hello on Christmas, the November Christmas Day, the 25th of every month, we count as Christmas. So look at your calendar. It's the 25th. So that makes it Christmas in November. There's a Christmas in October. There's a Christmas in September. You know what happens in August? There's a Christmas in August and July. You thought I was going to go through all of them? I'm not. But there's another one in June. I'm not going to go through every single one. There's another one in May. There's another Christmas in April. There's a Christmas in March. And there's a Christmas in January. What happens to February? It's a leap year. What's wrong? You didn't know that? So thank you, Jim. I'm just having a good time tonight because I got my turkey brining. I got my cranberries boiling, except I don't have the fire on now because they'll pop. And I got cookies, which nobody's supposed to know because it's a secret. So I'm eating cookies also. So Kippy says, we don't have Thanksgiving here. I thought it's an American and Canadian tradition. Anyways, I think the Canadian version is on a different date, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's the second week in October. They thought they would get a jump start. There's so many Christian people in Canada that they want to thank God before the Americans do, because once we thank God, start thanking God here, God's got so many prayers to listen to. So the Canadians figured we're going to have Thanksgiving earlier so God can actually listen to us before those Americans with their big mouths start with all their prayers in November. Well, maybe that's my version. I don't think that's the official version, Kip. So, MDZ Mike says thank you to Harry Burnett. Oh, Mike, I heard it was your birthday. Happy birthday, Mike. David Crooks, Canadian Thanksgiving is U.S. Columbus Day. That's the day after my birthday. Thank you, David. Now I know when it is. Columbus Day is the day after my birthday. So now somebody has finally taught me how to tell when the Canadian Thanksgiving is. Wow, I learned a big one on that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Are we still rotating these cameras? Yeah, we got 31 seconds to go on the Z6, and then after that, who's up? The ZV1. Tom. Tom, I didn't think you were going to come in tonight. I figured you were busy playing with your bird and doing all the kinds of stuff. Hey, Peter, great surprise tonight. Wanted to wish you and everyone here a super happy Thanksgiving. Have a great day. So I'm hoping you got to hear some of the show. This is not really a show. I went to bed, I laid down. Don't go away, Tom. I hope it wasn't something I said. No, it times me out. When it times out, it shuts off the comment. So that's got to get fixed. That's a mistake made by Peter. So Peter's got to fix that one. So I went to lay down to watch a Hallmark movie. I didn't particularly care for the one they had on. And then I saw Travis go on, call sign Flip, who is somebody I love watching on Twitch. He sings basically. And I love watching Evan. He's on Twitch also. So I got up and I said, well, if they're going to go live stream, it's Christmas in November. So here I am. So that's why I'm here tonight, Tom. I'm glad that you saw me and you came in. How long have we been on? We have been on 1 hour And now it's starting to pick up. We had 7, 8, or 9 people, so now we're up to 12. And so that's cool. And Mr. Camera Junkie Lewis says, hi, Tom Buck. Same to you. Happy Thanksgiving. Lewis says, happy birthday to Mike over here. This could get confusing, honestly. And Jim says, nice crooning. I haven't watched for a bit. What are your thoughts on the new M1 Max? Well, I'll tell you a secret. Shh, don't tell anybody. I ordered one and it's coming in next week. It's the lowest end one. And my big and main curiosity is I'm watching like Max Yuriev and Luke Amiani and who else that does all this stuff. I can't think of all their names, and I'm watching them do tests after tests, and I have one major, big, huge question. So, Jim, my question is, Jim, tell me if you can answer this. No, you can't. I want to know if I could stream 4K without stuttering. See how I move around? I'm at 1080 60p. I'm over on the 6100, and I can walk to the back. I'm walking all the way to the back where we need red streamers, according to Evan. Evan says I need red streamers. Okay. So, and there's no stuttering. But if I do this in 4K, the cameras are all set to 4K. I don't change them because when I switch over to the Randall Tower, which is a Windows computer, everything runs on 4K over there perfectly. So I am running at 1080 60p. So it's mostly no stuttering. I don't even have the fan on, which is not good. If Randy knew that, he would get mad at me. So we're only at 67 degrees. Imagine that. Let me go put the fan on because that's not good. It's supposed to help this computer stay cool. All right, so let's, all right. This is my dad's fan from his closet. It's almost completely silent, one of those silent fans. See, can you even tell I turned the fan on? If I keep quiet completely, it does, I don't even hear the fan, 0. So let's see if it actually drops it down or not. So anyway, I ordered the M1, and I'm going to, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to load up Ecamm. I'm going to load up the Blackmagic drivers and whatever else that needs to be loaded. And then I'm coming here with a surprise stream. I'm going to say this is 4K on the M1 computer. And we're going to watch together if it falls flat on its face or if it actually works any better. So I'm working with a 2017 i7, and that one is fully decked out. I've got the 40 gigabytes of RAM in there. I got the whatever the high-end i7 is, 1 terabyte SSD, and that's what's been going on. Shane is back. We've been talking about you behind your back. You didn't know. I was talking all about you, Shane. So Shane is back. And people were saying hello to you. Aaron Short said hi, and he plays the guitar. I don't know if you've ever seen his channel. And you can kind of scroll backwards through here. I don't know if it gives you all of them or not. So a lot of people were saying hi to you, Shane. I think they want to be on your good side because they know you're a mod, and they're afraid that you might clobber them. So Shane is back. Mark says, I share my birthday. Oh, no, I don't even want to hear that, Mark. You're my boy. When you were telling me that stuff, I sit here and tell you I love you. I think you're fantastic, and you're going to talk about Bimbo Llama. So anyway, whatever. There he is. I was just talking about you. I'm going like I haven't seen Ken in a while. What happened? Where is Ken? Where did Ken go? Is he feeling good? Is he not feeling good? Perhaps. Maybe he went on a trip. Maybe Ken won the lotto and he's touring the moon. No social distancing problem there. So anyway, you notice we're building up. We got 15 people in here. How did that happen? It's supposed to be a quiet night. So who was I? I was telling something. It was Jim. So I got the M1. I ordered the lowest denominator of it because they can ship that out in 2 days. As soon as I add like 16 gigabytes instead of the 8, it doesn't ship until after Christmas. If I add a 1 terabyte hard drive SSD instead of the 512, it doesn't ship until December 22nd. And at that time, you know what? It might be late, so it's going to come around Christmas. So with all that I'm reading every 2 minutes, how wonderful the M1 computers are, I want to see for myself. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to buy it. I'm returning this one because I would not buy it with 8 gigabytes. I would buy it with the 16, and I would not buy it with a 512 hard drive. I would buy it with 1 or 2 terabytes because Ecamm is recording this live. So after I'm finished, I have this recording, which I mostly throw them away, but if I needed them for anything, I have this recording able to be used. So I would order it with that. But I honestly would prefer to wait until, I don't know what it's going to be called, the M2? I mean, I'm guessing as much as anybody else. Okay, so I would have 32 gigabytes, because you can't up them, like on mine. Mine is a 2017. I can up that, and I did. I put in, I don't know if I put in, well, I can tell you. By golly, Miss Molly, I can tell you what I got in there. About this Mac and memory. I got 2 16s and 2 4s. So I got 40 gigabytes in here. Okay. Don't I sound smart now? I knew something. So anyway, so that's the one I've got coming in. It's $8.99, or was it $7.99? Whatever it was. So I'm going to try it. All right. So I ordered the 2020 i9 Intel. So you guys that are keeping track, I ordered the i9 that Apple put out with the Intel with the 32 gigabyte of graphics card. And you know what? That sucker stuttered. Honestly, I was shocked. My jaw fell to the floor. What do you think, this chicken neck here is there for nothing? I could stretch it all the way down. No. However, the Randall Tower, the computer that Randy donated to the Christmas room, I can record on that with no stuttering. Okay? So they're all going like magic, 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 magic. This computer is magic. So I'm waiting, and when it comes in, I'm going to pop in and surprise you. And I will be doing a 4K 30p live stream. And if it works, that means I can do a 4K 30p recording into the hard drive. So at that point, I'll probably do a couple of live shows with that, and then pack it up and ship it back and order the proper one. Now, the person that I have a contact with at Apple, a very pretty lady, she said, Peter, honestly, you need to wait for the one that's coming out in June. It's going to be the iMac, and she says it's gonna wipe the floor with anything else. So I've just got my curiosity, and that's why I ordered it. So we'll find out together, so we can participate with everybody else that's doing all these tests. I'll be able to do it too, okay? And then I'll just send it back. They don't charge me for shipping either way. I get all the money back, and if I like it and it works, and I could buy a $900 computer, then I can do my live streaming and live recording with it. So Randy doesn't think it's going to work. Actually, I don't have a single friend that thinks it's going to work. So, however, Glenn, that owns Ecamm, thinks it's going to work. So I'm going to be able to test it out, and we'll see together. So Mr. Camera Junkie is saying hello. Lewis is saying hi to Ken. David Crooks is saying hi to Ken. Oh, Ken, you're so popular. See what happens? And Ken is saying hi, guys. And he's saying happy birthday to Mike. And Mike says thank you for the birthday wishes. And thank you, Peter, for singing. I hope I didn't break your ears, Mike. So, Norm, you caught it. This is a surprise. Merry Thanksgiving, Peter. Boy, you got me going in circles. Merry, happy Thanksgiving, happy Christmas, Merry Thanksgiving. So good. Thank you, Norm, for coming in and saying hello. Hello, hello. I don't know why you say goodbye, I say hello. Okay, we're going to have a camera change in 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam! There it goes. And there goes Jim's comment. I don't know on 4K. You're right. I'm curious too, right? The curiosity does hit. So I'm curious enough. Almost hit the buy button a dozen. I did that too. I put that sucker in the cart a dozen times. And I couldn't decide between the M1 Mini or the notebook one. So when I found out that you have, what is it, the jack that you can hardwire your internet, because I'm not going to do a live show with a wireless. Okay, so on the Mini, you have a direct input and for your cable, for your, internet, and you have an HDMI plug, so I can plug it directly into the 40-inch monitor. You don't get either of those two plugs on the notebook, laptop, the MacBook Pro. You can add them, but you only get 2 USB ports and 2 Thunderbolt ports. I'll get my mouth shut. I didn't put any liquor in that cranberry. I promise. So yes, you're right. I put it in over, and I don't know what Apple is seeing over there. Norm, as they say in Cheers. Yep, that's true. Is this live stream a holiday reschedule? No, this is a surprise. We have no live streams, not this week at all, and the next one will be next Friday. So I did hint that I would drop in on a surprise, and this is it. Because I went to bed, I got up out of bed, I went and took a shower, I came in here because I got the turkey brining, I got the cranberry ready to be simmering, and I wanted to tell you guys, hello! How are you doing? What's going on? What are you doing? Who are you doing it with? How long have you been doing it? What camera am I on? What is the eternal question? What camera am I on? So Norm says, hello, David. David says, I heard the M1 has a memory built in and is blasting fast. Yes. What the M1 is everything is under one roof. In other words, Apple is making everything. So they're not getting things in from Intel. I'm sure that the SSD drive, they source that in from someplace. But it's all built in on the one processor. So the ability to communicate is so fast, the power is so low, and the heat is so low. So it's a winning combination all the way around. So the M1 is, and this is the big thing, David. The M1 is just the beginning. They're showing us their crappiest stuff first, and everybody is drooling over it. I mean, they got me caught up into, I know there's better stuff coming, and yet I'm caught up in the hype of the drool. I'm a hype drooler. I'm going to get the chair so I can sit down on the stool. There we go. Okay. So we're on the A6100. Let's see if I can sit without falling. Ah. Yes, there we go. All right. So with everything being built in, David, first of all, they're not subject to deliverability or things that they ask Intel for that Intel doesn't deliver. And when Intel says that they are going to deliver, they deliver late. So Apple got fed up with that. And they said, okay, we're just going to make our own chips. So it's all in one chip. The memory, the graphic card, the processor, everything except, I believe, the SSD. But even that is welded or put into the motherboard directly. I'm sure people will start to open it up and see what's inside, but for us, we're not allowed to. Harry says, I love you all and have a great night. Having shortness of breath and high heart rate. Tachycardia. Okay, we keep you in our prayers, Harry. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. We all love you, obviously. For those of you that are not aware, Harry wasn't having a Thanksgiving this year, and his power was being threatened to be turned off, so he's having a hard time. So I mentioned that last Friday, and we got, just like that, within seconds, $130 to send to Harry. So I sent him 125 of that 130 because that's the closest I can get with the Visa card. And I took the other $5 and I'm going to McDonald's. No, it cost me 135 because they have a processing fee when you buy a prepaid credit card. So Harry got all the money going to him. So we provided him with credit cards that arrived today of all days. So Harry has ordered a turkey dinner for him and his wife that they're going to pick up at a restaurant. So instead of having ravioli tonight, Harry's having a turkey dinner tomorrow. And that's because we love him. We love each one of you. And Robster, is the one that called me and said, you know, Harry's having a problem. You need to get involved. So I found out and tracked down Harry and I talked to him. And sure enough, they're going to have a cold Christmas, no electricity. So Harry took care of that. And we're helping him along with that too. So that's what went on for you guys that are new in the room, because I noticed we're up to 14:15, which we only had 7 or 8 before when I explained. So Ken says, good night, Harry, and take care. And Mr. Camera Junkie, are you there? Yes. I think it will work with the Mac Mini. Well, that's the drum roll, right, Lewis? I have to see. Okay, because people tell me, yeah, it'll work for sure. You know, oh, over here. Yeah, it'll work for sure. And others will tell me, no, it shouldn't work. This is a low-end Mac. How is it going to work? So I'm thinking, you know what got me to be the most curious is, it's got to be better than what I've got, which is the 2017 i7. Okay, so where the gotcha is, it didn't work with the 2020 i9, and I don't know where the problem was. So I guess we're going to find out together. So if it doesn't work, we're going to know it doesn't work. But we do know, if you look on the little gear, or whatever you're on, or the 3 dots if you're on a phone, you could see that this is running at 1080 60p. That's what I'm pumping it out as, 1080 60p. So David Crook says, Harry, be well. And stay well, Harry, says Lewis and Norm. I almost fell off the couch. It's Wednesday Night Live from Miami. Who knew? Merry Christmas. It's the 25th, Norm. It's the 25th. It's Christmas. It's Christmas Eve. Oh, no, wait. It's Thanksgiving Eve. So I just popped in impromptu. So you were taking a nap. See? That's why you keep falling asleep. That's why I got to play the air horn. Hold your ears, everybody. I'm going to wake up Norm. Hold your ears. I get such a kick out of that. I should lower that down a little bit. Okay. Did you wake up, Norm? Or did you fall back off the couch? Charles says, I think you'll be surprised with the M1. I'm hoping to God that I am surprised. It's like having a 32 gigabyte on the Intel machines, which is enough for Ecamm. Because of the architectural workflow. And I'm an architect. I play one on TV, but I'm not an architect. I'm getting my MacBook Air M1 on Friday. Congratulations. The MacBook Air doesn't have a fan in it. That's one of the things I don't like. I want the fan. I want that backup for heating. But a lot of the people that are doing the testing are going like, no needed. Fan no needed. Jim says, I have the 2019 MacBook Pro fully loaded and the 2017 iMac. So it's hard for me to justify. We'll wait for that June one. That's what I should do. Honestly, that's what I've been told over and over to do. So that's why I bought this one and I'm returning it. Now, here's the problem. If I buy this one and it works, am I still going to keep it? No. I'm not going to buy a 16 when I know, I'm not going to buy an 8 when I know I should be buying the 16. And I'm not going to buy a 512 SSD when I know at minimum I should have a 1 terabyte. So regardless of whether this one works or not, it's going back. And if it works, and I'm like, by golly, I can't believe it worked. And then we'll all have a conversation. I'll get you all involved to tell me what you think. Okay? So Lewis is saying hi to Norm. And Kip is saying, yeah, I can't wait to see the performance figures for the next 16-inch MacBook Pro. If the MacBook Air and the 13-inch can do that, imagine the 16 MacBook Pro. I agree with that. It's like if you don't own Mac stock, Apple stock, now's the time to be buying it. Never mind buying the computer. I should be buying the stock. It went from $500 down to $100 because it did a split. So for every share, a reverse split. So for every share, no, it wasn't a reverse split. It was a regular split. For every share that you had, they gave you 5. So now your 5 shares are still worth $500, but now that $100, it starts to climb back up towards that $500 match, and you're 5 times richer than you were before. But that's on the stock side of things. Lewis, hey my friend, did you call the other day? Yes, I did. I figured I would call you, and so I can talk and hear your voice in my ears. I'm so happy that you're here. It's the day before Thanksgiving for us, and it's the 25th of the month, which makes it Christmas Day here until it turns over to the 26th. Did we cross over to, yep, 12:04, so we crossed over. Christmas is over. But that's what I did. Thank you for Coco's prayers. How's Coco doing? Osvaldo had to put his dog Max to sleep today. Very sad day. Osvaldo is very, very close friend up in the Massachusetts area. He's had Max for, I don't remember, 13 or 16 years. And when you have to put your dog to sleep at that age, tonight is going to be a very empty night in that house. It's going to be very painful for Osvaldo. He is my Mac guru. He told me it's not going to work, by the way. So I do pray for Coco. So let me know how Coco is doing. So, Johann Sebastian Strauss, photography, videography. I need your help. The new M1 CPU from Apple. Which system should I get for Final Pro and 4K editing? Okay, first, I suggest, unless you absolutely need the mobility, that you get the Mini. And the reason for the Mini is it has a plug-in for an HDMI, so you can put a monitor on it. It also has a plug-in for your internet, so you can hardwire your internet without using up one of your USB to put a changeover adapter on it. And it has a fan. So if it does get warm, it can do it. Now, Johan, if you don't know Max Yuriev, okay, he's got 2 channels. One is Max's Tech, and the other one is just called Max Yuriev. Y-U-R-Y-E-V or something close to that. And he's been doing intensive testing, including testing on what runs best with Final Cut Pro and 4K editing. And the M1 is just beating the crap out of everybody. So you can't go wrong, but you can make a wiser choice. So the MacBook Air has no fan in it, and it doesn't have any extra connectors. It has the 2 Thunderbolts, 2 USB. The MacBook Pro 13-inch has a fan in it, and there's something else unique that it does. Good golly, Miss Molly, I can't remember what it is. But it still doesn't have an HDMI plug, and it does not have a hardwire for your internet connection. And the Mac Mini has all of the above. Now, the highest you can go on those is 16 gigabytes. The base models are 8. All right, these are the introductory first round. The Mac Mini is their lowest level, least selling computer. And yet they've got everybody involved with the Mac Mini. Okay, and it's selling like hotcakes. But it isn't their good stuff. The good stuff is still yet to come. There's even rumors that the Mac Mini is going to get a Mac Mini Pro, which could probably go to 32 gigabytes, and maybe they'll add more of those plugs in the back. Because the one that it's replacing has 4 Thunderbolt plugs. This one's got 2. So I bought mine out of curiosity. And I still edit my videos on an i5 Mac Mini. So I'm really interested in the Mac M1 Mini. Well, it's going to blow actually anything. Anything that we have, it's the tests are blowing out. It's even beating the big, you know, $7,000, $8,000, $15,000 one. There's a few areas where that $15,000 comes into play a little bit, but those people are in pain. This little $900 computer is beating the pants off of their $15,000 jobs. So that's why I have a little bit of hope that it will possibly, you know, actually do the live stream that we got going in 4K. So that's where the hope lies, because I see it beating everything up. Lewis says, hi, Lewis in Canada. So Lewis in Hollywood, where am I? Lewis in Hollywood is saying hello to Lewis in Canada. Kip is saying, take care, Harry. Lewis is praying for you, Harry. And hello, Mr. Camera Junkie. And Mr. Camera Junkie, Kippy's channel, that's for your feedback on my last video. Oh, he's saying thanks. So that was very nice of you guys. Lewis is sending you love, Peter and Harry. And thank you, Lewis. And I'm sure Harry says thank you also. Lewis says thank you. Oh, I got that. I get so much bad spelling happening that I've learned to read past it now. Holy turkey, Batman, that air horn woke me right up. Yeah, it's pretty loud, isn't it? So the ZV-1. My imagination or the ZV-1 look a little pink tonight? My shirt is actually white. There's no pink in it. Oh well. What's the saying? It is what it is. So Charles says you don't need a fan with the M1. And Lewis says, Peter, I believe the M1 chip will even handle H.265 from the A7S III. So we're going to do testing. We are. We're going to do a lot of testing. And then we're going to pack it up and send it back. Charles Richards, no, it's like the iPad, no fan. Yeah, that new iPad. The iPad, the new ones have the M1 chip in them. Hello, Lewis, and happy Thanksgiving. That's from Norm. And Lewis says same to you. And Mr. Camera Junkie is getting a thumbs up from Kip. Mario, hello, Peter. Hello, all. How you doing, Mario? It's so good to see you in here. I'm on this camera. I've got an automatic revolving system that I've added. The owner of Ecamm showed me how to do it. So you see the little counter over there, right there? That's supposed to be invisible, but I have it on because it tickles my Giska. That means in 30 seconds, it's going to automatically switch over cameras without me pushing commands on here. So how you doing, Mario? Did you stay in Miami or did you leave town? Did you leave town? Get out of town. What do you edit your photos on, Peter? I use the latest episode. I use the latest Lightroom, which can't read all the new raw files. So they give you the free DNG converter. So I do a quick convert that preserves the pixels and everything. And it's like doing a JPEG at level 15 or 18. I know there's no level 15 or 18, but it would be like if there was a level 15 or 18. So it's better than the highest version of the JPEG that Photoshop itself does. So I did a comparison many years ago where it shows you the difference. I might see a black dot here, maybe another spot there, and another one there. So it cuts off 2/3 of the file, and you get maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 spots where they're different from each other. So I save the DNGs from the Lightroom. I think it's Lightroom 6 is the number. So Lewis says, hi, Mario. And Lewis, Canada, says, thank you so much. Hey, things are getting better. She is here, and I'm grateful. I'm so sorry that your friend had to cross and praying for Coco's healing, and I'm just so grateful for the time. Yep, that's something to be grateful for. The people that we actually have. Mark, when you have Thanksgiving with your dad on Sunday, be grateful you got a dad there, okay? He might not be the best, or he might be totally awesome. I don't know. But just be grateful for what you have. I can't speak to my mother or my dad anymore. They're not in town. They both moved to heaven. I miss them dearly. And Jingles is not in town anymore either. He's in heaven. So Charles says, Mr. Camera Junkie, yes, I know. What I mean was that the M1 runs so cool that it doesn't need a fan. It runs amazingly cool. But for backup purposes, you know, as photographers, we do a lot of backup. I want the fan. There's a video on YouTube from a pro cinematographer that rendered a DaVinci Resolve 12K on the M1. Yep, they're all over the place. Here's Steven. Steven, I haven't seen you in so long. What's on your head? Steven he sends me shampoo, hair conditioner, and I wish he was in town because he would be styling my hair. He's a friend. He's got a big, huge channel. I don't know how many millions of subscribers you got over there now, Steven. And he's called the Salon Guy. He doesn't come in too often, but he's part of the family. So when I say I pray for every single one of you guys, I am including Steven in my prayers. So he's a friend. I love him, and he has been very, very good to me. So I'm surprised to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time, but I'm very grateful. Thank you for coming in. Super grateful. Super, super, super grateful. Charles says, who has new YouTube videos? Well, I don't know. I haven't looked in a while. I'm in a cooking mode now. Happy Thanksgiving, Mario says. Going back to Colombia tomorrow. On Thursday? You got a flight tomorrow for a couple of weeks. Are they flying freely back and forth? I think it's your mother that's over there. Is your mother here or over there? See, what I do is I look up in the corner and I can see what camera it's on, and I very, slyly switch over to the camera. The auto camera change is cool. How do you know which lens to look into? Is there a way to get a Rigatali night? No, but I put a little tag in the top right, so I kind of watch that a little bit. I watch the audio on the bottom right, which is not in your video, but on the video that you see the black thing on the top? That's kind of how I scan that with my eyes. I notice I'm doing it. I had it set up for 2 minutes, and it was too long for the excitement that I have it. So I have it set to 1 minute, and instead of blocking out so that you can't see the timer, I have the timer on for tonight, because I might leave it there, but this is just an in-between show that wasn't scheduled. The next show we're having technically is not this Friday night, but the Friday after, because of Good Friday, no, Black Friday, oops, this Friday, and I don't know if we're going, I don't know, so the next show is next Friday. But I said that I might pop in. I'm here. I popped. Okay, I popped in. Now, another thing I did is the A6100 is on this side of the room now. And I ran the cable for the S3 over to the other side of the room, and I put the camera over on the other side of the room. So I got the Nikon Z6, which is a high-end camera, on this side. All right, and on this side, I have the A7S Mark III. So I've got one on each side of the monitor is in the middle. There's a 40-inch monitor TV thingy majingy that I can see what I'm reading, okay? So you can see the countdown timer over here where it says 32, 31, so on and so forth. So I might change it back to 2 minutes, but it keeps the show fresh. We get a camera change, like we had a cameraman, or what do they call those? A director that's switch the camera 1, switch the camera 3, and it's doing it. And I can control it. I can make one camera, each one's got a timer. So I can control and make some of them longer, some of them shorter. I can even add more scenes and make them with a different timing. So we just went to the ZV-1. So the only thing that happens negative right now, Norm, is I notice when it switches, I have a setting off incorrect somewhere. It turns off the chat. So the chat disappears. So I'll have to find that, but I'm not going to go hunting for it now. Happy holidays, Mario says. Lewis says, my friend's dog passed away yesterday from cancer. These things are terrible with the dogs. We love them so much. Almost 2 hours, an hour and 40 minutes. I'm going to take a little libation. Which rhymes with syncopation. What were you thinking? So it's sad, Lewis, when I hear that kind of stuff. See how it turned it off? It changed cameras and turned off Lewis's chat. So now I look at the corner kind of like in a sneaky way, and I know I'm over here. Now this camera is the S3, the A7S3, and I moved it from this side to this side. This is the only one that shows you my desk. So it's a 50 millimeter, 1.4, and it is set to 1.4. So I actually have that nice depth of field happening, but because I moved it over, it's kind of like pushed it back like 7 or 8 inches, and all the other cameras don't show the desk. So you can see that I have a camera here, and you can see what's going on with the desk. And the desk will swivel, so it's an itch on my head. So the desk will swivel, and this gives me a really cool scene from this angle. So I kind of like that. And now I swivel the desk back. Actually, I don't have to swivel the desk back. I just got to turn my butt this way, and I'm on the 6100 now. Okay, Charles is saying that somebody died, and he's telling you who it is there. I don't know who that is. Mr. Camera Junkie is laughing at me for something. I don't know what I did now. Matt says, one way we will get to meet our loved ones who have gone before us. Yes, Matt? You're 100% right. And here's Stephen. You look like you have slimmed down a bit. I'm trying to get back on a diet, but being locked in the house, I munch and munch and munch, and then I do more munching. And then people bring me cookies, and then I eat the cookies. And then they bring me this and that, and I went to Publix, which is a grocery store, and I got ice cream. Ta-dum! And with all that, I actually lost a couple of pounds, thank God. But I shouldn't have with the way that I eat. But you've been really hitting it. You've been hitting some really good haircuts. And you even did a lesson on how to cut your hair at home. But don't tell anybody that I use the Flowbee. Shh, I know. Salon people don't like that I use the Flowbee. But it's the only way I can get exactly the right distance on every time in every place. So I have the ones I know to use on the side, I have the ones I know to use on the top, and the ones that I know to use on the back. And then I have Jingles cordless trimmer that I pull all my hair back, and I clean my neck on both sides. So you know how sometimes you go to the barber and the barber's not smart enough to clean a guy's neck because he doesn't give a crap? Okay, well, I don't like that look. When I get a haircut, everything needs to be clean. So, so he sent me shampoo. The only thing that you did is you sent me the eucalyptus one, and I don't like that one. It burns my scalp, and it makes me nervous. So I used about half of it, and I stopped. So I'm confessing to you. I have to go to church and confess. I didn't use the whole bottle, Stephen. But thank you a million times. Out of nowhere, he just sends me a box. And there's all this stuff in there. Conditioner, hair waker-upper, hair putter-to-sleeper, hair shampoo, spray. There's another kind of spray, something kind of a hold. It's got an interesting spray head on it. And I'm going like, what? Where did this come from? And it was Stephen just decided to, I sent you some stuff, Peter. So you can go over, and anybody that's interested in learning how to cut their own hair at home, since you can't get to the barber shop or your salon guy, right there in green. No, don't go away. Right there in green. Go to his website, and you can look and see all these stars. Okay, I love that one that you did, Stephen, where you brought this family in and you picked somebody to remake their hair, and he picked a 15-year-old boy. 15-year-old boys don't like their hair to change, okay? They think it's like set in stone. Yet the kid sat there, and you know what? Steven did an awesome job on the kid's hair. The kid looked like a new person, like a movie star. And you could see on the kid's face, he was happy with what he got. So it takes a professional like Steven to do something like that. So thumbs up on that video. I really enjoyed that one. And then he's got another video, how to cut your hair at home. Everybody's stuck home. I got all these people that I watch on YouTube, and their hair is going down to their ASS. And Steven shows you how to cut your hair at home. So he's the man with the plan, the man with the master plan. So Mario, my mother and sister live in Miami. My father and my dog Coco is in Colombia. So you're going to go see Coco in different houses since he has a fierce cat. Whoa, that is 12 years old. And I have never been able to touch. A friendly guy, huh? Oh, well, what can I tell you? You look so healthy. You're making me blush, Louis. I look healthy. I eat healthy. I actually do. I actually eat healthy. I have for breakfast, I have a banana, 3 or 4 strawberries, a quarter of a cup of organic blueberries, 2 scoops of whey protein, J-Rob, no sugar in the whey protein. I put in my vitamins. I put in a tablespoon of omega-3 oil. I put in a D3 vitamin. I put in a zinc tablet. I put in, what else? I use almond milk, but I do use the 80 instead of the 30. I want a little bit of sweetness in there. And the one bad thing that I do is I put a tablespoon of peanut butter. So that's the fat. So what I usually do is put in, heavy cream. But I've been using peanut butter lately. I don't know. I like the way it does the taste. So I've been peanut buttering me. And Charles is saying you should drink water. Yes, he's right. I don't drink enough water. And then, you know, you do the pinch test and it doesn't go down immediately. So I guess I'm slightly dehydrated. I need to up my water intake. So the doctor is right. You didn't know Charles Richard was a doctor? He's a doctor. Dr. Charles Richard. Am I working out? Only when I get up and out of bed, when I get up and off the throne, and when I get up and off the kitchen table. At that time, I'm working out. But I do have a treadmill, and I should be walking on that at least 20 minutes a day, and I kind of like slipped on that. When I got into a little bit of a depression after Jingles was killed, which is almost 2 years now, I stopped everything. So it just, everything went to pot. So the treadmill looks good. It's a nice looking treadmill. So, but it doesn't have Peter walking on it. Drink water, Peter. And he's drinking hot chocolate with marshmallows and eating some fruitcake. Well, it's a holiday. Don't you know the rules? Don't you read the Bible? On the holidays, you get to eat what you want. God put it, he designed these festivals, and they eat like a king. So now is the time to have the hot chocolate and the fruitcake. Good for you, Charles. Maradona was a very famous soccer player, had problems with drugs. I'm sorry to hear that. But was one of the best of all times. So, Matt says that he was known for the hand of God goal. That's good. I like that term, the hand of God gold. It's like when I feel particularly safe or comfortable, I think like I'm sitting in the hand of God. Peter, Diego was his fame. Oh, everybody's talking about him now as internationally known pro soccer player. Stephen says it's the peppermint oil. That makes the scalp tingle. Okay. Well, I send me another one. And don't send me 10 different bottles. Send me something that's going to make the hair come to life. As I'm getting older, if I pull the hair straight out, it's going to make a liar out of me. But it stays. Instead of I just washed my hair, okay? instead of going back down like when I was 20 years old, it just stays straight out. It needs something in there. So that's what I need, something to make the hair like when I was 20 years old, smooth. And girls used to love putting their hands through my hair. Even there's certain guys that I had to smack away. Oh, your hair is so beautiful. Excuse me, do you mind not playing with my hair? Oh, but we love it. I'm sure you do. Matt says, Peter, you probably don't know Pete either. You're probably right. I do know one famous soccer player, and I don't even know his name to tell you. But he's like a sex symbol, I could tell you that. He's got a big name. He's in advertisements on TV all the time. So I do know that name, but not enough where I can call it. Plus, I'm not up on the newest things. I could tell you Dan Marino, Zonka, Don Shula, from that era. Nowadays, you know, who's the only quarterback that I know, and I can't even think of his name right now. I mean, what do you guys try to do? Embarrass the hell out of me? It's the guy that won the Super Bowl last year. I really think that is one cool dude, okay? That would be somebody I would like to meet one day. So Charles is laughing at me, but that's okay. I get it. I'm supposed to be making fun of me along with you. Do we figure out why the depth of field looks like? Yes, we did. Because we're at f2.8 on a 1-inch sensor. Okay, so 1-inch sensor, and it's at 2.8, not 1.8. And this is what you get. I'm not lying to you. It is what it is. It's what you get. Plus, I am 2, 4, 6 feet and a few inches away from the camera, too. So if I actually move myself, okay, I'm on the right camera. If I actually move myself up here, of course, the light's going to be too bright. But then if I can move my head out of the way without falling down. All right, so now this is what you get. You get to see all the pimples on my face. Of course, because the contrast is up, it exaggerates them. Charles, don't you say a word. So where did we leave out? Yeah, so I figured it out. I just, Mario, it isn't safe to touch an angry pussycat. And I knew you didn't want to put the word cat in there, Norm. I felt it when you were typing it. Is the hand of God like a Hail Mary pass in football? No. The hand of God is like a very protected, special, secret place. It's kind of like if you were going to get carried from here to there, but you can't make it, you get put in the hand of God, and God just takes you from point A to point B. Done. No drama, nothing. Of course, getting out of his hand might be a little dramatic. So Mike says, or we're talking about soccer again. Oh, we changed cameras. Let's put Mike back on. Maradona scored a goal using his hand. When asked why, he said it was the hand of God. That's where the name, oh, that's an interesting story, Mike. Thank you. And Mr. Camera Junkie, David Beckham. That's the name I know, David Beckham. He's in everything. Any magazine, any commercial, you find David Beckham. Who's the richest sports guy? David Beckham. Who's the handsomest guy in the world? David Beckham. Who's got the most wives? David Beckham. Who's got the most cars? David Beckham. Who did the most this? David Beckham. After a while, I get the hint. I know who it is. Thank you, Louis, for coming to my rescue. Mike says, I think you're talking about Cristiano. I've heard the name. I think I've actually seen his pictures, but I wouldn't be able to tell you like David Beckham. Yeah, Tom Brady. Tom Brady is the most famous soccer player I know. I think that name comes to mind just instantly. What do you guys think you do? You think I'm that stupid? Well, maybe close. So Ken says, Patrick Mahomes, is the quarterback Peter is thinking of. Yes, that is my current favorite quarterback right now. Patrick Mahomes. I would like to meet that young man. He was, at that time, 24. So I don't know what he is now, 30, 35 years old. So it's been a year, so. So you guys apparently like to talk sports. I'm going to have to do a little brushing up. The hand of God goal was basically cheating to score a goal. The last year's Super Bowl winner was from Kansas City, and it was Patrick Mahomes. And what was his name, Lewis? Oh, Patrick Mahomes. I didn't know that was his name. Thank you for reminding me. Now I know who I was talking about. It was good old Pat and David Beckham. They probably are buddies, right? So, Norm, it's a lady itchy cat. Norm says, that, Mario, that explains it perfectly. So, guys, this was my surprise Thanksgiving, Christmas Day in November. Now you know how I did my turkey. You know how I'm going to do my cranberries. Anybody have any questions on the turkey? Now's the time to ask, because I might not know all the sports stuff, but I can tell you how to kill that. No, not kill. How to cook that turkey. So if you got any turkey questions, now is the time to ask. So Camera Junkie Lewis says, cool, Ken. So we have been on for a little short 15-minute live stream. We've been on 2 hours. That's the fun part. Now I can turn everything on, and it boom, it just hits the road, you know. And here we go. So, Lewis, Canada, thank you for spoiling us. So excited. How do you stop the turkey from being dry? You stop the turkey from being dry. First, how does the turkey get dry? The turkey gets dry because you overcook it, and all the moisture comes out. When the moisture comes out, all you've got left is the meat. So you have to change something for the moisture to come in. Okay? So you can change the cooking method. You can change the cooking times. You can change what you do ahead of time to get the moisture into the bird better and stronger. I guess Lewis went from one question to the other. After using the the S3, do you recommend it? Is it worth switching from the Canon or no? Yeah, I like this camera, and I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it. Peter, can you talk about your secret cranberry sauce? I told you how to make it. Okay, you get a big pot, tall. Okay, then get a 12-ounce bag of fresh cranberries from the store. It's in a plastic bag. Rinse them out real good. Throw them in that pot. Get 1 cup of orange juice. Throw it in that pot. Get 2 cups of cranberry juice. Throw it in the pot. Get 1 cup of sugar. Throw it in the pot. Get 1 cup of brown sugar. Throw it in the pot. Get 1 cup of raisins. Throw it in the pot. Get 1 cup, get a whole apple and dice it up into nice little small dicey pieces, but no pits, no seeds, no core. Throw it in the pot. Get an orange, slice it up, cube it, no seeds. Throw it in the pot. Get a teaspoon or a tablespoon of what they call pumpkin pie spice. Throw it in the pot. It's a good thing you can rewind this, right? What else? Am I forgetting anything? Turn the pot on. Turn everything round and round and round, then bring it up to a simmer. Once you bring it up to a simmer, lower the fire so it stays at a low simmer, 15 to 20 minutes, and it's done. But just be aware that like popcorn explodes, cranberries explode. And cranberries have pectin, P-E-C-T-I-N, in it. And pectin is sticky as crap, okay? So you don't want them exploding, getting all over the place. Then when it cools down, you will have a thick jelly, they call it jam up there, type substance. Put it in the refrigerator, and you've got amazingly delicious, delicious cranberry. Now, that is the way to do it. Boop, 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 boop. I forgot where I left off. Oh, it was Lewis. Can you talk about your secret cranberry? That's my throw it in the pot cranberry. Talk about your stuffing, please. How do you do it? I opened this box. It's called Stovetop Stuffing. If you don't have it there in Canada, get it. It's amazing. It's delicious. Now, the stuffing that we actually make here is a Greek stuffing. It doesn't resemble the American stuffing at all. So you can look up on YouTube how to make the stuffing from getting some bread, drying it out, mixing it up with celery, chopped up celery and onion, and then putting in some, what do they put in there? They put chicken broth in there, and then you bake that, and you got a standard customary, I call it an American stuffing. But we use a Greek stuffing, which is ground lamb, pork, beef, rice, and raisins, and cooked chestnuts. It's called in Greek, I don't know how to say it in English, it's called yemisi. Yemi, like yummy, but with an E. Yemi, si. Like, you're going to eat that apple? Si. So that's my stuffing. Charles says you can also change the chef. That would make it so you wouldn't have a dry turkey. Good one, Charles. Which camera am I on? 6100. I wish I could come to Miami for Thanksgiving. Maybe one day. Maybe I could send the jet, the Christmas room jet up there. So we got it going from Lewis to Harry to Mark, and then it was coming back here, but then it could go over to you and pick you, and then you and Mark can come here for Thanksgiving. Anybody else want me to get you picked up with the Christmas room jet? Or I'll get Santa with his sleigh. You guys are going to have to sit real close to each other. I hope you're good friends. Mario says, Lewis, both of our dogs are Coco's. Yes, Lewis's dog is Coco, and Mario's dog in Miami right now, but the dog is actually in Colombia. His name is Coco. So we got Cocos. Who else has got a dog named Coco in here? Z6, that's you. Why did the turkey cross the street? To get to the White House for a Thanksgiving Day presidential pardon. But the trouble with that is it's true. President Trump, I almost said President Bush, President Trump or President Obama, who's in there these days, just pardoned the Thanksgiving turkey. They even said his name. I don't remember what it was. I think it was yesterday in a ceremony, a pardon the turkey ceremony. Lewis says, yes, Mario, Coco is the best dog in the world. Here's D. Johnson. What do you think about the Leica Q2 monochrome for us rich folks? Get it! It should be in every rich person's bag. There's no, go into the Leica boutique store and get one of those and put it in your bag. But for the rest of us, you can turn any picture you want into black and white. And many of the cameras today have a black and white setting. But you know, honestly, the Leica is not aimed for the general population. They are high quality, well constructed, good quality materials. They don't spare anything, but you pay the price for them. Okay, so a lot of doctors have Leicas and Hasselblads or something similar to those, and lawyers too. It's more the label than it is. There we are. It's more the label than it is the actual camera. But the Leica camera is not going to disappoint you. Ooh, Norm says Leica. I like a Leica. Norm likes a Leica, of course. It's like the creme de la creme. Lewis says, how do you keep your audio from clipping? Lewis, what were you saying? How do you keep your audio from clipping? Do you record in 32-bit, and can you talk about your mic? Is it worth it? Do you recommend? Well, since I do recording for singing, for instance, I do something like, hello, Lewis, how you doing? I'm just singing you a song right now. I'm singing right up into the mic, and you notice there's no clipping, and you also lose all of the room sound. That's because I'm running this mic through a mixing board, a Yamaha.
Yamaha. And I've got it set the way it should be set. The other mic, when I switch back that I talk to, I've got a limiter on it. And this way when I get loud, 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 it does not clip or distort, and neither does this mic.
So on this one, I am looking at my bars, and they're in the yellow. And if I go, hey, it did not burn out your ear, because it is designed to, first I have a compressor on it, and I have a limiter on it, and therefore if I go, whoa, 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 like really loud like that, it can't punch through. It did not once touch the red. It stayed in the yellow, which is where I have it floating. Now I have a little bit less on this one, so if I got too loud, I'm more interested in the popping of my P's. I hate when my P's pop, okay? So I can actually punch into the red on this one, but I want it that way because of the way it sounds overall. So that was Lewis. I don't think I'm recording in 32-bit because it's whatever Ecamm has got the settings set to. So it could be. I know that when I record for the videos that I do that are pre-recorded that I put up on the big channel, I run them through Audacity, which is a free program, and I purposely leave like a very certain size section where I do no talking at all. All you hear is the room noise, like this. So I count to 15, and that leaves me a nice open space where there's no talking. So then I export the audio only file, and I take it and put it into Audacity, and I sample that space that I just made. And then it goes and takes out that sound across the entire audio. And it sounds like some professional did it. I don't know who did it. And that's how I get it to come out so good. So you can get the Audacity software. It's free. I haven't run it since, actually I have not run it since I updated to Big Sur. I was going to say it doesn't give me any trouble on the iMac. So that's what's going on with the audio. Lewis says, holy moly, good golly, Miss Molly. Cooked chestnuts in your stuffing? Absolutely. I have been missing out my entire life. Oh my God, it's excellent. It's superb. It's fantastic. Is the Greek alliance with Windex? Is the Greek alliance with Windex from the movie, wedding movie, or what? Yes, the wedding movie, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, and it's my dad did that all his life. So when we saw it, all of his kids, we were watching it, we cracked up laughing so bad we had to rewind the movie later to see it. Because Dad had a box. That's actually my dad's box of Windex. I'm in my dad's office, okay? Dad passed away. We got the house. So Dad's Windex bottle has been on the end of the desk over there, okay? And if I was a kid and I would come in, and I cut my finger, Daddy, and I'm crying. Oh, let me spray it. You spray it with Windex. Boom. I'm too overweight, Dad, so he would spray my body down with Windex. Everything got Windex. You think WD-40 is used for everything? No, 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 no. Windex. So then we saw it in My Big Fat Greek Wedding, and it's like, there's Dad. They have captured Dad. So the Windex is in the room. So Justin at Baby Back Maniac says, you need to put that in your videos, man. You're Greek. It fits with you. What the heck? You're missing out. Right under your nose is something amazing. So I started using it, and then I started hiding it. We play the Windex game. And that's why the Greek bottle of a Windex is right there. If I took it out of the room, I think my dad would look down from heaven, and he would go, boom, I shoot you right from heaven. So, di da supo. Da supo kati stilinika. Then milaw linikapulikalo, but milaw kenamanthelis nasodiso do Windex. Windex. Is that right? I was just talking in Greek. Norm says we have stuffing in Canada. Norm, we have stovetop stuffing. Oh, we can't get across the border to have an American Thanksgiving dinner at the Cheesecake Factory. Do you seriously have stovetop stuffing? Stovetop stuffing in Canada? My mother hated it. She thought that was the most ridiculous thing. You get stuffing in a box? Or you get stuffing in a box? Do you not have toto stuffing, Mr. Boxy? Talking Greek like my mother. Okay. But we loved it. All the kids, and I love it to this day. So you use stovetop stuffing in your turkey today. You cook it ahead of time, and you cook your turkey ahead of time, and then you brown it, and you put the stovetop stuffing in there so that it's browned. Okay? Now, the second thing you do is you can put the stovetop stuffing cooked in your, turkey when your turkey is raw. Okay? And it will give you the ambient smell of stovetop stuffing, and then you have to take that out and throw it away. You don't want to take a chance of anyone getting sick. But I like stovetop stuffing when you cook it on the stove and you put it in my plate and I get to dig in with a fork. And then I love it. Stovetop stuffing is amazing. Of course, all you connoisseurs, kind of a sewer type chefs, it's not for you, but for me, yeah. And if you haven't tried it, don't knock it. So where did I leave off? Charles was next. Corn and cob. Corn on the cob. Yes, yes. Peter, did you refill your Windex bottle? No. You know what? This is kind of like a mental thing. It's like this is the same Windex than when Dad had the bottle. Dad passed away in 2015, and I have not refilled the bottle. So it's going to be kind of like a melancholy moment when I refill the Windex bottle, because this is Dad's Windex. And until I refill it, it still stays Dad's Windex. But when I refill it, it's no longer Dad's Windex. So yes, you can send the men in the little white jackets now, okay? But that's just the way I feel. I'm not going to fill this sucker up until I have to, because I don't want to. I don't wanna. So, Lewis. Best song in the world. Thank you for the music. I needed that. Wow, I needed to get that. See, never say I never sang to you, Lewis. I sang just to you. I'm so fascinated with the wireless lav mic systems. Learning so much. So excited to be learning. Well, you have a lot of enthusiasm, young man. I love watching your enthusiasm. You're talented. You sing so well. And I think you're going to go places soon. So I am excited, and I told you, I tried to reach you, but you wouldn't answer the phone. You saw it was me, and you go, I'm not going to talk to him. No, he did not do that, guys. He did not do that. So, Norm says, the mystique of Leica is in the lens. It's all in the edge resolution, exceptional quality, especially when used for portraits. They call it creamy. Which camera? They call it creamy. Leica just does something to the lens that's amazingly creamy. So I have it's a Panasonic Leica, the 42.5 millimeter 1.2 lens. That thing, when I take pictures with it, it looks like a Leica lens. It looks like it was taken with a Leica lens. So Leica has put their coating on that lens. Oh, no wonder it sounds so crispy, because you run it through Audacity. Not this. Where am I? Nikon Z6. This can't be run through Audacity. This is live. So I have this equalized, compressorized, and limiterized. So that's as close as I can get to a good sound. Okay. Now the ones that get uploaded, those I got all the time in the world. I sit there, I export only the audio, then I take the audio file as a WAV file, and I put it into Audacity. I export it as a WAV file and bring it back into Final Cut Pro, and then I put my own secret seasoning, my secret sauce, my own presets on my my sound. So this sound will sound different than the sounds for the videos that I put up on the big channel. Because you run it through Audacity. Thanks for the tips. So you record the audio separately and run it through Audacity. I'm learning from the master. I don't record it separately. I export it from my Final Cut Pro from the file of the camera. Okay, I export only the audio. I take only the audio, I put it into Audacity. I do a noise reduction number on it there. And you can do other things, but I choose not to. It's my own choice. Then I export it out of Audacity and put it back into Final Cut Pro. Then I put my presets on. That's the sequence that I use. But it all gets recorded at one time. The video and the audio. So Norm says, I think the blue label on the Windex bottle makes it look full. In reality, it's probably down to the last inch of fluid. Yeah, well, you guys just saw it. It's almost at the end. That is hilarious. I'm always getting super cool to hear the Windex of the history of the Windex bottle. Just buy a new bottle of Windex for cleaning. I do. I have that in my bathroom. And I have another one in the kitchen. And what happened and why I'm actually using this one is like I just got this to review from Andy Cine. It's a 4K monitor, touch monitor, 5.5 inch 4K touch monitor with power kit. It's called the A6 Pro. Okay, so which camera? I'm over here. Okay, so let's see if it'll grab it. Oh, it doesn't grab it, huh? Let's hide the face. Come on. Hello? You're supposed to grab this. No, now we switch cameras. All right, let's see if the 6100 will grab it. No. None of them like this box. Okay, who's up next? All right, well, anyway, I got this. So what I wound up doing is I spray these things with Windex because this came from China and I don't want to get the virus in this house. So I spray it and I've let it sit here for a few days now. And that's why I'm using this COVID, the C19 thing, is why that Windex is getting used up a little bit. Peter, you will always have the Windex bottle that your dad held in his hand. That's the key to an immortal memory. Yep, that's why I said you can send and tell the guys with the white coat to come get me now. Now, I'll fill it up when it gets empty, but it's kind of like the thing that you know how you kick the can down the road sometimes? I've been kind of kicking the can down the road. I saw the Canon C70 and it looks amazing. I've never seen it. Such a beast. I mean, I've never seen it in real person, if I ever get a Sony camera, it'll be the A7S III just because of the low light. Yes! Nothing else comes close. So if you're a low light shooter, the A7S III, ooh, I've been talking so much, my jaw is getting tired. Norm says, after my dad passed away, I drove his car for a few years. When it was time to say goodbye to the car, I removed the gear shift knob. See, you get it. You kept a piece of it. I kept because when I pick it up, it's like shaking my dad's hand. Exactly. Okay, is this confession time where I get to confess the really stupid, dumb things that I've done? Okay, so I took the light switch out of my bedroom and I took the light switch from my mother and dad's bedroom and I moved it to the light in my room. So every time I turn the light on and off, it's their fingers since we've lived in this house since 1964. So it's their fingers that have touched that light switch for how many years from 64 till now? 20 and 40, almost 50, 60 years. Okay, so I moved that light switch into my room. My light switch broke. Okay, so when my light switch broke, I went to Home Depot and I bought a new light switch and I said, no, I want the one from my mother's room in my room. So every time I turn on the light switch, and then I moved from that room into the master room, which was my mother's and father's light switch. So I took the light switch with me Now that was extreme, okay? So that's one of the things. And I have my mother's car, which is a 1997. I showed it to you guys, okay? I showed you the pictures of the car. And I still drive it. It's still got less than 22,000 miles on it. Over here, Peter. Pay attention, pay attention. So, Lewis is going, oh, thanks for explaining it to me. Like I'm 9 years old. I don't mean to do that to you. I'm not disrespecting you. I'm trying to bring it to the lowest common denominator. So I don't mean any disrespect, Lewis. You know I love you. So you export the audio only and put it back into Final Cut Pro. And if I didn't touch anything, it'll line up perfectly. Okay? If I did, then I do have to manually line it up, but that doesn't wind up being any kind of a problem. So I make sure I don't touch anything. In other words, don't move the timeline. So when I bring in the audio, I just pop it in. The magnet will just pop it back in perfectly. And then I just shut off the audio on the main track, and I use the audio from the Audacity. And you never know the difference, except it's much better. But I did not mean to be disrespectful to you. Not at all. Not ever. Lewis, thank you so much. Wow, Norm, what a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing that with us. My heart goes out to you. And also, standard is the most fun. I had a 5-speed Mustang, high output engine. 1987. I did donuts with it all the time. That monitor looks awesome. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. I haven't opened it yet. I'll let you know. Thank you so much for all the love, Peter. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And you too, Lewis. You know I love you. I keep telling you and everybody here, I love you guys. You're like family, and I appreciate you. So when we go around the table tomorrow and we go, what do you appreciate? That's who I appreciate right there. Stay safe and take care, my friend. Charles says, DaVinci Resolve 16. You don't need Audacity because Dissolve resolves. DaVinci Resolve has all those audio capabilities. Final Cut Pro has them. I tried it. I didn't like it. So it does something funky to the sound, and I don't like that. So I use Audacity. So Resolve. Maybe Final Cut Pro will up their game. Who knows? Who knows? Mr. Camera Junkie says, very nice, Norm. Yep, Norm has touched our hearts for the night. All right, guys, that's it. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to set my alarm for 6 o'clock. I'm going to put some oranges and onion water and garlic water into my turkey for tomorrow. I'm going to seal the bag. It's going to go for 6 hours at 144 degrees. And by that time, we're good to go. And then I'm going to take it out. I'm going to put stovetop stuffing into the cavity, cooked, and I'm going to put it in the oven for 20 minutes and make it so golden brown that you're going to be amazed at how beautiful it looks. Rob is coming in as I'm saying goodbye. Hi all. I didn't realize there was a live stream tonight. There wasn't. I turned it on because I went to bed to watch a movie. Happy Thanksgiving to all. Be safe. Same to you. Rob is the one that stepped up and told me, do something about Harry. I said, yes, sir. Yes, sir, Chief. And so Rob is the one that started the whole thing. And we got the money to Harry. And Harry, as you could tell, was in here tonight earlier, Rob. So if you want to watch the stream earlier, very grateful, humble, and was thanking all of us. So that's I talked about my turkey, the cranberries tonight. I talked about the M1, Apple computer. What else did I talk about? I talked about that monitor that I'm going to be testing next week or 2 weeks from now. I reversed the cameras. The S3 is now on this side. and I moved the 6100 over to that side. The owner, Ken and Glenn from Ecamm, the software that runs all this, taught me today how to create a revolving camera, so it changes. See the little white timer that you see right there? Right there? Okay, so I talked about that. So in 41 seconds, without me doing anything, it's going to automatically switch the camera. And I can control, that timing. So I have it set to 1 minute. And I have it set to 1 minute, Rob, because I want to see it change. I'm tickled. This is the coolest new toy. Charles says, I cook my turkey like I cook my prime rib, very carefully. That's because you're Latin. The Latin people cook their turkey and their prime rib very carefully. However, the Latin people, they take the pork, the pig, and they put it in the ground. And they go, I spit on you. Yes, they do. They dig 2 holes. Okay, they put a fire in one hole, and they put the pig in the other hole, and they cover it, and it's there for days or hours or something. And it makes the most delicious, tender pork you ever wanted to taste. So Norm says, good night, Peter, sweet dreams. Greggy's around the world. Ken says, have a good night, Peter, and everyone. Happy Thanksgiving to all those who celebrate it tomorrow. But I'm thankful for you, Ken. Yes, even though it's something we celebrate here, I'm thankful for you. Lewis says, Mr. Camera Junkie, happy holidays to everyone. Thanks, PeterGregg Live, and good night to Peter and the Greggettes. The Gregsters. What does Norman call us? Greggies. And Norm, I should have kept the car. I feel the same about my dad. My dad had a Mazda minivan, and the back went up, and I used to take the wheelchair in and out with the ramp back there, and I should have kept that. So on that note, good night, everybody. I love you. Let's go to a camera that is not revolving over here. Thank you for coming in and doing a Christmas Day in November, and happy Thanksgiving Day Eve. And now, technically, in Miami at least, it is Turkey Day. So tomorrow I cook my turkey, I watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade on television, and then I go eat and eat and eat some more. All right, I love you guys. Good night. Be good. Be safe. I pray for you. And if you're a praying guy or gal, pray for me too. Bye.